Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students, to our science class. So today is Wednesday, it's 18th of November 2020. Okay, so yesterday we finished together, sum it up about how do plants grow and reproduce. We learned all about plants. Today we are going to learn about animals. How do they grow and how do they reproduce? What ideas come to your mind when I say how do animals grow and reproduce? Do they have the same way to grow and reproduce? Everyone? Every animal? Or they are
No,
different?
no, they're different.
Yes, very good, very nice. They are very different. How they are very different? Can you explain more, please?
Like birds, they produce with eggs.
Excellent.
Um,
They lay eggs. Very good, very good. Yes, Jenna, complete, please.
mammals, they from their
They give
um,
birth.
yeah, they give birth.
Excellent. So some animals they lay eggs, some of them they give birth. What about growing? Do they grow the same way once they hatch from an egg or when they very young? Do all look like their mommies?
Yes.
All of
Not,
them look like their parents? Everyone looks like their
not
parents?
all.
Hmm?
No, not all of them. Not all of them.
Okay, if they have some changes they go through their lives, what do I call it? We call it a name. Do you remember? If they are going through changes. First of all, tell me an example.
Life cycle?
Okay, it's a life cycle. This is the process that they go through, life cycle, the changes that they go through. Excellent. But I mean, while they are in their life cycle, they go through changes in the characteristic. I mean, the shape is not the same shape of the parent, maybe the color, maybe how they walk, how they eat, how they breathe. Think about the frog, the butterfly,
Life cycle?
the grasshopper.
Forget the name.
Everyone goes through a life cycle, yes, and the changes that they go through is a life cycle. But when they are not like the parents in the look from the outside, even from the inside, the characteristics, guys, if they when they are young, okay, about frogs, when they are too little, when they hatch from eggs, do they swim in water? Do they live in water or out in land?
In water.
In
Live in
water. So
water.
how do they breathe? How do they breathe?
Long.
With lung underwater? Are you sure?
No, no. With
Anyone knows?
um,
Please tell me because I can't see you. You're not raising your hand so I can see you and choose you. At least you can answer me. Yes, I can see beautiful Maria. Hello, Jenna.
I
So, if it's swimming underwater and breathing underwater, definitely it uses lungs. Are you sure? Guys,
no.
this is not possible. So what? It uses gills. Remember? Fishes and any animal that breathes underwater, they breathe with gills. Okay, does it have a tail? A frog, small frog, does it have a tail?
They're little,
Yes, and
Yeah.
what do we call it? The young frog.
tadpoles.
Tadpole. So the tadpole doesn't look like an adult frog at all. So what is it? What do we call these? This completely changed. It's not a really like it is a life cycle, I'm very sure, but we call it a name if the mother or the parent doesn't look like the babies at all. See, the young tadpole had a long tail, had gills, but the adult frog breathed with lungs and it has four legs and it can jump. It lives on land, so completely different. Meta, more.
This.
Yes, metamorphosis.
Miss, we took it in grade 2, but I forgot it.
Grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, and
Me
every grade
too.
you took it. Yes. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to learn a new classification of animals. Not only animals who have eggs and animals who give birth. All these was introduction to know about animals, how do they grow, and how can we classify them. So, if an animal have a backbone, do you remember the word from before? From how do living things are grouped?
Yes, I
Yes,
think so.
it is here. Find it. It is here. If they have a backbone, what do I call it?
Vertebrates.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Vertebrates and non-vertebrates. So vertebrates means that this animal have a backbone. So let's underline it, please. Vertebrates are animals with backbones. Very good, very good. Now let's take a look on this page. Different vertebrates we have. Different vertebrates. Look at these animals. The snake. Can you see the skeleton of the snake? Wow, it's too long and it has a backbone. Is this the backbone? See? Yes, it is. What about the fish? Fish, does it have a backbone?
No.
Yes, it has. It lives in water, yes, but it has a backbone. It's over here, guys. Have you ever ate a fish and saw something in the middle? It's a skeleton and it has something in the middle. It has a backbone.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It uses gills to take in oxygen. Okay. And this frog is amphibian. Also, amphibians are vertebrates with smooth skin. Most amphibians live part of their lives on land and part of it in water. Also, this is it a sloth? Is this a sloth? Yes, this is a sloth.
Yes.
It uses its forelegs to sling on the underside of a branch. What do you know about the sloth?
It moves too slow.
Yes,
So
it
slow.
moves so slow and it's so lazy. Also, it sleeps a lot. So, mammals are vertebrates that have hair or fur on their bodies. Young mammals drink milk from their mother's body. We know that. Backbones are separate and linked. As opposite to the one solid bone, backbones are flexible. Flexibility allows vertebrates to move easily. Okay? Um, okay. We have vertebrates can be grouped into 5 classes, okay? All these 5 classes are vertebrates. What are they? Can you tell me what are they? From your book. Read it from your book.
Mammals, birds, reptiles,
Tails
amphibians, and fish.
Excellent. All of them have backbones, also the bird. Girls, you can see if it has a bone or not. Does it has a backbone? Think about it. Look at this dog. This dog is a vertebrate. Can you draw the bone, the body parts that causes it to be classified into this way? Why we call it a vertebrate? Because it has what?
Backbone.
Backbone. How should I draw the backbone? Like this? See? Is this a backbone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Very good. Of course, guys, my drawing is the best. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you. That's a compliment. Thank you. All right. Ooh, what do we have here? Are these vertebrates? Can it be vertebrates? Is this lobster a
No.
vertebrate? No.
No.
So if they are not vertebrates, what do we call them? Find it in this page. Find it in this page.
Invertebrate.
Invertebrates.
Invertebrates. Excellent. Very good. Invertebrates. So animals without a backbones are invertebrates. Let's underline it together. Invertebrates are very simple. Okay. Sometimes they are simple sponges. Sometimes they are they can be simple sponges or complex insects. Invertebrates fill the coral reefs in ocean and break down dead matters in soil. So they can be what? Consumers, producers, or decomposers? What can,
Consumer.
why consumers? Are they eating animals or plants?
No, I forgot what does those
See,
words.
see, they are break down dead matter in soil. So they can be decomposers. Some invertebrates even serve as food for humans. We can eat them. Have you ever ate a lobster?
Yes, I've tasted.
Okay, I don't like it too because it's invertebrates because it doesn't have a backbone and it feels a little bit soft. It has a weird texture, so
Like my
um,
cousin, she doesn't like soft stuff.
yeah, me too. So the simplest invertebrates are corals. You know corals? Corals doesn't have a backbone, so they are invertebrates.
We can eat
Sponges,
that?
jellyfish. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? It doesn't have
Yes.
a
Yeah,
skeleton.
it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, and it moves very easily and smooth and soft. What
Miss?
about earthworms? Are earthworms just like snakes? No, because they are
No.
very soft. They don't have a
Ew.
skeleton inside them. If they don't have a skeleton inside them, so they are must be invertebrates. They break down materials in soil. Okay, what
And
else?
worms.
Mollusks such as the whelk are more complex. Many mollusks have shell that protect their soft bodies. See, can you look at the whelk down here? It has a big shell from the outside, so it can protect the soft body from the inside. It will move with the soft body. It lives with the soft body, but it has a very thick layer from the outside to protect it. But how can I classify it? Is it a vertebrates or invertebrates?
Invertebrate.
Of
invertebrate.
course.
Invertebrate.
What about a sea urchin? Look at the sea urchin. Does it have a skeleton?
No.
It has
No.
like
No.
What about
no, like
earthworms? See? Earthworm.
I'm terrified of them.
So, what do you learn
No.
about
Hello.
invertebrates? All invertebrates are what?
they don't have backbone.
Okay, very good. They don't have a backbone. What else?
They don't have skeleton.
They don't have skeleton. How do they
They're
feel?
really spongy.
Spongy and soft. They feel soft. The texture is soft. Excellent, excellent. So this is the lobster. So it is also invertebrate.
Miss,
Okay.
is it like colorful like this in real life? There is a colorful lobster like this. It's my first time seeing that.
What?
Looks cool.
Yeah, okay. Yes, they have colors and so they look cool in water. I love to see them breathing, but not really Ugh.
Eat
Or
them.
eat. No, yes.
There was a lobster place. It was so cool. I hold
Now,
it, the lobster.
what do you see here? What do you see here?
Outside.
Where?
This page.
And
Have you ever wondered why some
a
ants
monkey. Oh,
march in a line? Look at these ants. They march in a line. Ants are incredible insects. Don't you agree with me? They are very neat. And
but I don't like it.
it's okay, but I really love
I
them
hope.
because, yes, they are very helpful. They helped one of the. mm, okay, see how they work? They look like soldiers. They march in a fine line, and when they build their houses, they are just like engineers. So yes, they are very incredible. But how they are following each other in a fine line, how they are very neat like this.
They're nature members.
They're neater than us when we're in
Yes.
school.
Yeah.
When you make a line, can you make a line like ants? No, I've never seen
No.
you before.
No, never.
Okay, how do you think they do that? They use what? They use
The
chemical
thing is,
signals for other ants to follow. So they follow with their smell. They smell a chemical signal, so they follow it. Yeah. Does all animals communicate? Do you think all animals communicate?
yup.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe of the same kind they communicate. So maybe monkeys with
Yeah.
monkeys, birds with birds. Yes, definitely they communicate. Communication is as important to animals as it to humans. It's very important, just like us. So many animals, other than ants, communication using chemical that animals can smell. Sen- um, Also they can sense danger. If there is a danger, they can sense danger. They can find mates. Cats, dogs, and other animals use scent to mark boundaries. Also, some animals communicate using visual cues. Cuttlefish change colors to send messages. These are very wonderful. Tomorrow, before we do sum it up, I'm going to show you a video about how do animals communicate. So some animals use movement to send informations. Japanese Karens dance to find a mate. So the Japanese cranes, so they will dance until they find a mate. So, I'm dancing. Do you like me, girl? That's what's going to happen. Yes, and honeybees also perform a dance. Also, so animals dance. Do you dance or not?
I do.
Really? Very
Me too.
good.
No.
Very good. If animal can, so why you don't can? Hmm? Why you can't?
I I can dance. I
Very
just got
good. Very good.
embarrassed.
Okay, so they move, they smell, they communicate in certain ways to, for a lot of reasons, maybe to find mates, maybe to warn them from dangerous, maybe to tell them there is food here, guys, let's gather up. Come on, come on. Okay, this is the cuttlefish. They are able to change colors very quickly. This helps them communicate with one another and identify possible mates. See the cuttlefish? Over here you can see it blue, over here you can see it
Octopus?
red. No, it's a cuttlefish. Also, the monkey. Monkeys, howler, use sound to mark their treacherity. Their loud voices can be heard from far away. Have you ever heard a monkey?
My uncle used to have a monkey, but I haven't heard him
Like
do
this
like that.
kind? Like this kind?
No, it's a small kind,
Mm.
more smaller than, much more smaller than that.
Who else communicate using the sound? Who else?
I know. Whales.
Lion.
Whales, excellent. Lions, okay. What about birds?
Birds.
Excellent, birds. Yes, excellent, Maria. They're birds. Birds, they can communicate by making sounds. All right. Stages of life. Definitely, we have stages on life. As for us human, first of all, they count like an infant, newborn. When they grow up a little more, they become a toddler. Then they become a child, young adult, mature adult, and then grandpas. Okay, girls, these changes, we call it life cycle. So the stages all make up the life cycle. What makes up a life cycle? The stages that you go through. Yes, the stages and not the changes. Make sure, because changes can be metamorphosis. Okay?
Metamorphosis.
Also, over here, duck can go through changes. First of all, eggs, then when they hatch from egg, they become hatchling, then a duck to be grow up. Okay? Now let's draw a line to form the young stage of each animal to its adult age. Kitten, I'll match kitten with what?
Cat.
With the
Cat. Excellent. Puppy.
Dog.
With a dog. A colt.
I don't know.
What's
A horse.
A colt.
horse?
Yes, with a
horse.
horse. A
I
gooseling.
thought it was called a cow.
Goose.
With a goose. Excellent. Human child.
Human adult.
Excellent. What about chick?
Chicken.
Yay! Very good, very good, very good. And as we said before, these are the changes that an animal can go through, just like a ladybug. Look at the ladybug. It goes through 4 different changes. The life cycle are the stages that it takes: egg, then larva, then pupa, then adult. But when it's 4 changes, different changes, we call it a complete metamorphosis. Look at the larva when it hatches from the egg. Does it look like the pupa? No, at all. The pupa, does it look like the adult? No, at all. So it is a complete metamorphosis. So in a complete metamorphosis, an insect such as this ladybug goes through 4 different stages. Are you underlining with me whenever I am highlighting, girls? You must, you have to. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So you have to. These are the complete metamorphoses, very different from one another, okay? Now let's take a look at this grasshopper. Grasshopper goes in how many stages?
3.
Only 3, so it is incomplete. And usually the second stage is a nymph. Second stage is a nymph. That means it looks like the parent a little bit, but it doesn't have a wing. Okay? So
Terrified of
the incomplete metamorphosis has 3 stages: egg, nymph, and the adult. Okay? So incomplete metamorphosis has how many stages?
3.
3.
The
3.
first
And the
one looks
complete.
really disgusting.
Okay.
Far.
This one, do you know they molt? How they molt? The skin from the outside become very hard. Yes, it or shed its hard outer shell. Then the nymph molts several times until it finally become an adult. Yes, sometimes it's really gross, but there are, when we see such things, we say, Subhanallah. We say what? Subhan. So these are changes. It's time for change. So we learned about the complete metamorphosis and incomplete morphosis. That's it, guys, for today. Thank you very much. And I
We
hope
finished
you
the
enjoy
lesson?
So
this.
easy.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
because
so
it's
easy.
already something you took before. That's why we are finishing lesson a day, each day one lesson. So guys, tomorrow remind me to show you the video about how do animals communicate together. It's really a cool
Okay.
one. Today, because we don't have time, it's already 9:35, so we need to say goodbye to each other and catch up your next
Bye.
session. Bye bye, girls.
Bye.
Bye. See you inshallah tomorrow.